Keith Moore with us from MKM Partners. What a terrific essay, Mr. Moore. Yesterday, you say they will have 80% of the market, almost 80%, AT&T and T-Mobile. Doesn't that define duopoly?
Well, it certainly goes along those lines. Actually, the 80% comes from Sprint. It's not from our work, but certainly whenever you go from 4 to 3 competitors on a national business, it becomes very concerning for the government.
We talked to Sean Egan more about the debt ratings. I want to talk to you more about the cash flow. These guys are cash flow generators. That allows them to do mergers. It allows them to do financing. What are the qualities of the cash flows of our cell phone providers?
Well, actually, I wish I could help you on that. Actually, my area is actually the piece that I did in that note that you referenced was the antitrust aspects of the business, and I jointly did the piece with several of our other analysts who are really the experts in that area. I wish I could help you on that, Tom.
Yeah, here's the number for the day. Let's bring it up right now. And it's that number I was talking about. This really got my attention, and this goes to the antitrust aspects. 80% of the AT&T T-Mobile USA proposed merger, 80% of the market share. That, according to Sprint, as Keith Moore said. Keith, tell us about the antitrust. Is this going to be an arduous path for AT&T?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that no matter what happens, they're going to have a long road, and they're going to have a very difficult job in convincing the Justice Department that they should be allowed to complete this merger. Basically, I think the government's going to look at it 2 separate ways. On a national basis, where you have 4 competitors going down to 3, and then they'll look at it on a local market basis, where obviously, like AT&T says that in any given market they may have 5 or 6 competitors, but the question is how strong that competition will remain should this deal be allowed to go through. When
you talk about an antitrust review, does it matter the politics of the administration? Are we agnostic there, or does the politics matter?
Well, I think that the politics definitely matter, and that they generally guide both the Justice Department as well as the Federal Trade Commission as to how they view particular mergers. So far, this might be the real first test for the Obama administration. So far, we really haven't had an awful lot of situations where their policies have been made clear.
Is this going to be a duopoly or a monopoly? I mean, I've learned the mathematics of, say, Sirius XM. You lead to 2, and there's a huge pressure to combine for margin. Are we going to end up back with Ma Bell?
Well, it's interesting you say that, because I can remember a number of years ago when they split it up, and I was involved from that point of view also. But I don't think the government's going to allow it to get down to that level. I mean, if you really think about it, I can remember having one of the first cell phones made, and I believe the firm was probably paying $3.50 a minute for me to talk.
Right.
You can tell what's happened in the business now, and undoubtedly it's happened primarily because we've had numerous competitors trying to get market share.
Very good. Keith Moore, thank you so much with MKM Partners. Sharp note, Sprint suggesting 80% market share, almost 80%. Duopoly, what is it? It's like monopoly, Baltic, Mediterranean, a true duopoly. 2. It's Surveillance Midday.